This is the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Dignity and justice for all of us. Article 1. All human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. They are endowed with reason and conscience, and should act towards one another in a spirit of brotherhood. Article 2. Everyone is entitled to all the rights and freedoms set forth in this declaration, without discrimination of any kind, such as race, color, sex, language, religion, political or other opinion, national or social origin, property, birth, or status. Furthermore, no distinction shall be made on the basis of the political, judicial, or international status of the country or territory to which a person belongs, whether it be independent, trust, non-self-governing, or under any other limitation of sovereignty. Article states, everyone has the right to life, liberty, and security of person. Article 4. No one shall be held in slavery or servitude. Slavery and the slave trade shall be prohibited in all their forms. Article 5. No one shall be subjected to torture or to cruel, human, or disregarding treatment or punishment. Everyone has the right to recognition everywhere as a person before the law. Article 7. All are equal before the law and are entitled without discrimination to equal protection of the law. All are entitled to equal protection against any discrimination in violation of this declaration and against any incitement of such discrimination. This is one of the greatest documents of mankind, along with the Magna Carta, which would be the best. But this is the most recognized one as of now. And it states, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. All human beings are born free, with equal and inalienable rights, all fundamental freedoms. The United Nations is committed to upholding, promoting, and protecting the human rights of every individual. This commitment stems from the United Nations Charter, which refrains the faith of the peoples of the world in the fundamental human rights and the dignity and worth of the human person. In the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, the United Nations has stated in very simple terms the rights which belong equally to every person. These rights belong to you. They are your rights. Familiarize yourself with them. Help to promote and defend them for yourself, as well as for your fellow human beings. The preamble reads, whereas recognition of the inherent dignity and the equal and inalienable right of all members of the human family, it is foundation of freedom, justice, and peace in the world. Whereas disregard and contempt for human rights have resulted in barbarous acts which have outraged the consciousness of mankind, and the advent of a world in which human beings shall enjoy freedom of speech and belief and freedom of fear and want has been proclaimed as the highest aspiration of the common people, where it is essential, if man is not to be compelled to have recourse as a last resort to rebellion against tyranny and opposition, that human rights shall be protected by the rule of law, where it is essential to promote the development of friendly relations between nations, whereas the principles of the United Nations have in the Charter reframed their faith in fundamental human rights, in the dignity and worth of the human person, and in the equality rights of men and women, and have determined to promote social progress and better standards of life and larger freedom. Whereas member states have pledged themselves to achieve, in cooperation with the United Nations, the promotion of universal respect for observance of human rights and fundamental freedoms, whereas common understanding of these rights and freedoms is of greatest importance for the full recognition of this pledge. Now therefore the General Assembly proclaims the Universal Declaration of Rights as a common standard of achievement for all peoples and all nations, to the end that every individual and every origin of society keeping this declaration constantly in mind shall strive by teaching and educating to promote respect for these rights and freedoms by progressive measures, national and international, to secure the universal and effective recognition and observance both among the peoples of member states themselves and among the peoples of territories under their jurisdiction. This is a very great for mankind. I suggest you guys get yourself a copy and read it well and defend it well. Dignity and justice for all of us, as in here stated.